Hey guys, welcome back to some companions. As you can see here, the new hero Zolrath is up, and overall, it doesn't seem like a lot of players are staying with companions. Let me know in the comments if you are still playing companions like D2 and I. Now, overall, the problem that we're seeing here is when it comes to Celestials and Hypos, they are impossible to build. We've seen the same problem with AFK Arena when it came to the Draconic Heroes. We also seen the same problem when it came to AFK Journey with the Celestials and the Hypos. They are impossible to get. So unfortunately, even if I go to summon, you can see all of the resources we've been getting these dimensional spirits out of. And unfortunately, you can't really get anything else. It's kind of crazy because when it comes to looking at what we currently have within this game, the only time, and we have been playing this, and I believe we're at 130 days, 140 days, 130 days. The only one that we have been able to actually get is Taylene. You can see we're still building her up little by little, but the cost of everything in this game is incredible. When you look at diamonds, it's either you're buying resources, you're buying red chests, you're buying your primordial, you're buying your amplifying emblems, you're buying kind of everything in general, or you're doing summons. You can't do both. Now, one thing to also note, and I believe it's been, what, a day or two probably since I've been on here. Yeah, we got a couple diamonds in here. The patch notes did include Zolrath. Like I said, unfortunately, you can't summon. Gwen, you can see a couple of the updates in your Destiny pool. Now, anytime we run a Celestial or a Hypo, we do have the random 4 heroes which are in there. Wouldn't really go in here. I would save the Destiny Scrolls in there. Tricia, of course, goes into the regular summons. Vault of Time Season 3 is coming up, which again, they're running through very short versions of the Vault of Time and added divine effects for 7 heroes. This is kind of what we get when you look at the furniture, when you also look at the engraving. That is where they are kind of building these in. But when we look at Guild Haggle, the Spire contest, everything else is the same. When you don't think they're making any updates to AFK Arena, when you look at, all of the kind of updates that we're missing in a couple different places, we're not seeing any updates here either. We're not seeing updates pretty much anywhere, which is kind of sad. But like I said, when you start breaking into the red chest, when you start looking at your primordial and your amplifying emblems, this reduces the ability to do all but one summon, short of having a couple of our scrolls in here. And here we're focusing on those red chests. Tier stones, finally got enough for tier stones. And then the barracks, of course, just waiting to get some more stones. So this game, again, seems like it's being a lot of repeat, a lot of the exact same things. And notice Wishlist. Now, this is something that I was not aware, is when you look at building out these heroes, and I'm going to go through and I want to update this a little bit. Any hero that doesn't have the 5 stars, so I'm going to drop these 2 out. I'm going to drop her in here. Who else do we have? So we have Gwen in here. We have Rowan in here. We already do have Belinda in here. I'm going to drop Belinda out because when it comes to building these heroes out and when it comes to building them out to 5 stars, so we were getting them to a multitude of stars. We were dropping them out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 heroes in there that are not at 5 stars. And then we were looking and kind of focusing on building different heroes. Now, from my understanding, now Mishka's already at 5 stars. We'll leave Mishka in there. And then looking at our Greatborn heroes is, even though like right here, Desira's at 3 stars, I'm going to drop Desira in there. Let's drop this one out. Let's make sure everyone is getting to 5 stars. And we have to get everyone to 5 stars. Now, the reason being, when you look at, remember, having the 5 ascended heroes to get essentially the transcended heroes, it is not just 25 ascended heroes, as you can see here with the white frame. It is not the ascended heroes. You have to have 25 5-star ascended heroes to get the transcended unlocked, which means all of these heroes up here that we do not have 5 stars, we have to get them to 5 stars to be able to build them any higher, which again, utility-wise, is going to make a big difference. We added in a lot of the divine effects in here, and the divine effects, honestly, are going to make a big change to this game, just for the simple fact that you have the ability. And even looking from the time we've been in here, haven't really gotten many resources, haven't got to build up a lot of these different heroes. It is because we're not generating resources fast enough to build them up. We still have Ainz to build in here. Still got to do some more summons for Ainz. And again, it's a very, very slow process for both of these. Even looking at our red chest, we finally got a 30. So now we have 2 heroes that are at a 30. That is literally all that we have been able to build in here. is 2 heroes to a plus 30 signature item. Everybody else at this point, unfortunately, we haven't been able to build in their entirety, just because, again, the sheer cost of doing everything in this game is kind of crazy when you look at the diamond ratio. So let's do some summons, see if by chance we can add some more stars. There's a double right there, guys. And again, there's Hodgkin, there is Hendrik. We're trying to get those ascended heroes, but like I said, we need 25 5-star heroes in here, which again is kind of incredible to think. There's a copy of Damon, another elite right there. And also notice Celestials and Hypos, is it's been, and it's very, very far and few in between when you actually get and pull a Celestial or a Hypo. I know how incredibly difficult they are to get on the companion server, but overall it doesn't seem like we're having luck at all getting these. There's another copy of Salakai, again adding some more stars to these heroes, trying to build them out a little bit further. And then of course we have the random right here. I would not and do not get any of these. I know we do have the ability to pull a couple of these. You can get them through the regular summons. Wait until we have a hero that is of a higher rarity to go ahead and build, and then we don't even have 10 Stargazer Scrolls in here. So go ahead and use our 7. I think we need one more. I think maybe it was one more to actually build out Ainz, and there is one. But remember, we do have to build up the heroes a little bit further. Now, question that I got that from, again, from my understanding with the companion server is right now, if you do not have your dimensional heroes, so if you didn't get Ainz, if you didn't get, Sheltier, if you didn't get Albedo, you do not have the ability to get them as it sits today. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, what this workaround is going to look like. But again, from my understanding is that if you did not get Sheltier, Ainz, or Albedo, there is no way to get them as it sits today. So unfortunately, you're going to be stuck without them. I got a ton of questions coming on where do I get the heroes? How do I get the crossover event? Again, from my understanding right now, you cannot get that at all. Now, it was also saving. We got double copies of Rosaline. As you can see, Rosaline is already at 5 stars. But overall, getting some of these extra copies, and I don't think I left Rosaline in here because of the Transcended that we were kind of talking about. You do, in addition, now let's take Rosaline out of here, already at 5 stars. But to get the Transcended heroes, to build the Transcended heroes, you do, in addition, have to have an incredible amount of copies. You need, in addition, 8 elite copies or 4 elite plus copies to get the Transcended, in addition to having all of those other ones that we already have. And I should have went in there. I should have planned that a little bit different, but I'm okay with it. But going in there, like I said, you have to have not only all of the heroes that we're seeing, getting them to 5 stars. Then once they're at 5 stars, my understanding is you do have to have a lot more copies of them themselves, which again is kind of crazy to think. Now in here, who are we building out? I think I'm just going to go in here and build out Mira because we have those 4 right there. Yeah, and I think we have a little bit of food. Let's grab these 2. We'll build up Mira a little bit. And again, on the test server, or excuse me, not even the test server, on companions, Mira might have a little bit of utility. Pharrell might have a little bit of utility. Rest of these, again, we have to wait till we get another copy right there to actually build them up a little bit further. But overall, guys, I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, what is going to come of the companion server. Like I said, it doesn't seem like a lot of players are playing it like we've seen before. It seems like a lot are kind of taking a back seat. A lot of players are just kind of getting burnt out with it. Again, it doesn't seem like even going through here, farming on a regular basis, getting your resources, getting everything that you need to on a regular basis, it doesn't really seem to have the impact that we're seeing once upon a time. I think in here we just started maybe season 3, or we're getting ready to go ahead and do this. But I hop in here, I farm every now and then. Volta Time season 3, there we go. And I'm thinking maybe we're already in here. Glorified Guilds. Now, we did come into Vault 2. SC Shelter was crushing it. We were right here. So we came in 3rd last time. And it looks like, opens in 20 hours. So we're going to have to hop in here in 20 hours, get through this as much as possible, making sure, again, that we're still making a little bit more progression in there. But we're just kind of stuck. It's literally just a holding pattern of what is going to come with this game. Haven't seen, again, a lot of progression. Haven't seen anything new. And that is where, if you want to retain, players, if you want the ability to go through and make more progression, you gotta have new content. We're going through, another Vault of Time, which, as much as I love it, it just seems like it's just the reiteration, just the rehatch of the exact same content with the same bosses and everything else that we've seen. So or really, we don't know what is yet to be seen. That is going to happen with the companion server. We don't know exactly what it looks like, what kind of updates. We don't even know what they're going to bring over to the classic servers. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. A lot of players were asking about companions, wanted to make sure, that I did an update on it, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.